What's up guys, back with another bash on Vampire Survivors Hardcore Mode. Yes, as you can tell, OBS has done it again. Yeah, it's not recorded my audio or game audio. It's not been using my default sound settings for some reason. Seems fine any other time, and then, I go to record today and it's just not done it again, which is pain in the ass, basically. But yeah, as you can see here, we're on Capello Magna. I've sped the gameplay up, of course, because I do not want to be doing a voiceover for, the entirety of the video in its, normal speed, effectively. So, yeah, we're going with a area of effect build. We're not going with projectile based this time. Which, is a bit more of a challenge. I don't want to be doing the exact same build over and over again because it can get pretty boring for me. It can probably get a bit boring for you seeing the same stuff. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm rolling with Antonio here. He does get a basically a attack strength bonus all the way up to level 50. So he starts with a whip, so we are rolling with a whip with the hopes of evolving that into the bloody tear, which we will obviously need hollowed heart for, which will provide us some heals. We've gone for Santa Water, we've got King Bible there, we've got Garlic, and our hopes for further weapons, from what you can see right now, is we're going to be getting Clock Lancet. And we will be looking to finally get Pentagram on the go at some point, which is a very dangerous strategy for employing it, but it can be, hugely rewarding. Now, it's at some point in this run that I start to realise that I don't believe I've unlocked Pomarola to evolve Garlic. Yeah, I don't believe I have. And I still don't believe I have. Which is kind of annoying because at this point I was thinking, do not be doing this to me on this level. It's already bad enough doing an area effect build because I've done so many on this level before, and it's been very, very close. A lot of the times I have actually died right at the end for doing these sort of builds. Simply because you can't just move about like you can with a projectile build and sort of avoid trouble. But as you can see, we are not doing too bad. We do start falling behind with a build. As you can see, there's certain enemies that do take a number of hits before you can actually kill them, and this will continue to be the trend. At some point, it gets extremely dangerous. I am trying to sort of just fully pump into whip just so we've got something that is doing the majority of the damage. Yeah, the Clock Lancet does help. It is freezing. It's not holding him down for too long. The other items that we were hoping to get is, obviously the stuff that can evolve the weapons we have. But I was also hoping to retrieve Empty Tome. And, effectively 9 minutes in here, we've only got one item for our weapons. This is what I'm saying, like, we couldn't have wished for a worse start, to be honest. And as you can see, it's starting to catch up now. It's starting to get to the point where it's getting a bit tough. Now, we left the chest there because I figured our whip is not too far off. We could really do with getting that evolved, but we're still yet to actually get Hollowed Heart. Now, on the map weapon placements or item placements, there is a duplicator on this map. So duplicator is one of those things I would have want to have been getting. And I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll fill up my item list first before I go down and get the duplicator. That was the original plan, but of course these plans can fail, and as the way this run was going, when I was just not getting the items that I wanted, at this point I was seriously thinking, this could be it now. This is probably it for the run. sooner or later I'm going to fall too far behind. I'm not going to be able to do much. And, you know, as you can see, we're not even halfway through yet, and there's a few things that are taking at least more than one hit to kill. There's not too many enemies on the screen until now. Yes, this is when it really starts setting in that I could be in big trouble, as you can see. Weaving, dipping and diving, trying to get over to the rosary beads over here, which I do manage to get hold of in the end. And land another chest. We still have not retrieved another item. We're nearly halfway through the game. So at this point, I'm thinking this could be it now. I do end up actually getting a trapdoor here, even though that wouldn't actually help our current situation where, you know, we're getting swarmed. It's not going to do damage, the trapdoor, but it will help. But as you can see, we just got a sudden glut of items there that we need. Still not out of the trouble yet, though. I am using the Clock Lancer ability where it freezes the enemies. And when you freeze the enemy, you can actually pass right through them without taking damage. So that was what was technically keeping me alive right here, as I was working my way up towards the chest just to evolve the whip there. I did end up picking Duplicator up from a level up, which is not what I wanted to do. But we were in such a shit situation, I thought I need the extra damage this is going to bring, otherwise the run's over. You know, forget about the build, or forget about the perfect build we had in our mind. It's time to try and pull things together now and survive. But as you can see, having the bloody tear does simplify this run somewhat, because we are healing at a great deal there. We're still not killing huge amounts of enemies, but at this point, there is a crown and a Tirigisu on this map. And I thought, right, I've got one more item slot left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way up towards the crown and Tirigisu. I'm not going to pick them up. I will be waiting for the empty tome. And if we fill that last slot with the empty tome or something else, then I will go and pick those two items up. Because crown is important if we want to evolve Pentagram. It's certainly something you really need to do with a weapon of that type. So yeah, we're heading right up there now, approaching the 20-minute mark. We do end up getting a flamethrower, but it's around about this point that we sort of get shot in the foot again. We did evolve Santa Water there, so right now we've got two evolved weapons in Santa Water and Bloody Tear. It's still not completely amazing. But we are killing at a half decent rate. End up pumping a point into King Bible here, and then another one in there as well. So this is really helping us sort of try and catch up with the current spot in the game, essentially, and try get as much as we can done. You know, at this point we're killing at a very decent rate, and yeah, we're just consistently holding out for the empty tome. And right there we just evolved the King Bible into Unholy Vespers, so that is absolutely amazing. My confidence was starting to come back a bit at this point with the idea of being able to survive. Still no sign of the empty tome. Still no sign of it, and I'm thinking this needs to be popping up any minute now, otherwise, okay, we're comfortable now, but this could really shoot us right in the foot, right when we need it, right at the end. So we're sort of clinging on here, and we just get to the point there, that was the pivotal moment there where we had no choice but to pick an item, which was certainly not empty tome either. So we went with Bracer, which does speed up the books. Doesn't do too much of anything else, unfortunately. It does speed how quick the Santa Water does fly out there as well, but it wasn't ideal. So we did end up picking up Tirigisu and Crown. which was the two hidden, well, not the hidden, but the item placements on the map. Approaching the 25th minute now. We do end up getting pentagram, so from here we just level up pentagram all the way. And yeah, we just continue to level that up until we get to the point where we can actually evolve it. So yeah, there was like a double level up there, and then another one straight after it. And then here's the boss, and I knew at this point we had level 8 pentagram, so kill the boss, get a chest, evolve it into Gorgeous Moon. Gorgeous Moon basically is just a better version of pentagram, and kills a few enemies first before it actually pops off. And it also enhances the experience gems that you pick up, and of course it wipes out everything on the map, but except for experience and chests and stuff like that. So at this point, it's we're as good as we're gonna get. Obviously, would have liked to have been in a situation here where we had Empty Tome. It would have sped up the Gorgeous Moon wipeout attacks, would have sped that up dramatically, but we weren't able to get our hands on it. So it was at this point I was thinking, you know, this is do or die now. We can see what we can do, and I was panicking because I thought, you know, with the projectile base we can at least like dip and dive and move about things, but this one almost certainly doesn't let you do that. And I was thinking, right, how are we going to get around this? Especially when these enemies turn up here. I was sort of panicking. And then, as you can see what I'm doing here, I just start following the trail of where the clock lance is actually shooting. I just basically follow that around because it is continuously freezing enemies. And like I said, any enemies that have been frozen cannot damage you when you go into them. So I thought, okay, this is the perfect scenario here. I can actually just follow this around and almost like get away from any damage. It is a bit of a cheat code, isn't it? But as you can see, we get right to the end. The Reaper shows up, which means we've completed the level. We use up our remaining revives there. We didn't have to use any until the Reaper there. But yeah, we completed the level there, which is fantastic. And yeah, it's just at this point when I was just sort of checking where we can go next, which is Moongalow. That'll be the next one. It's a bonus stage, but we do have to do it. We're not doing any challenge stages. But yeah, effectively at this point, thank you for watching, guys. I'm sorry that it's come to this where I have to do another voiceover, which is so annoying. But yeah, if you like what you see, please subscribe, like the video, and comment if you can. And yeah, thank you for watching as always. Thank you. Bye.